Bear down, Chicago. My name is Tom Barnes of CBS Chicago. You excited about the big game this Saturday, 7 o'clock, Soldier Field? Only the third time in NFL history that the Bears and Packers have faced off in the playoffs. Last time, it was cold. It was nasty. 2011, they lost the NFC Championship game. I was there. It was miserable. And the time before that, some history on you. 7 days after Pearl Harbor was bombed, December 14th, 1941, at Wrigley Field, the Bears, led by Papa Bear George Halas, beat the Packers and went on to win the NFL championship for the second year in a row. A lot of history going into this game this Saturday, including this is the first time in the NFL's entire history that two teams that play each other in the playoffs, the last time they won was against each other. What I mean is the Packers, last time they won was against the Bears at Lambeau. Last time the Bears won was at Soldier Field not too long ago. And when the Bears win at Soldier Field, it's glorious. They run out on the field, bear down starts to play. They run out with these beautiful Bears flags, and they have this bear down flag that I can't seem to find anywhere. I've looked everywhere. I've looked on eBay. I've looked on NFL.com, Bears.com, Etsy. Nobody has the particular flag. They have this one, not really sure what that one's about. They have this other random one, this bear down one, and then they have this one, and of course they have the Bears. But like I said, when the Bears fight song plays, these flags come out, and I want one. I want to put it up on the flagpole to bear down with the rest of the city. So I found my friends at W.G.N. Flag and Decorating Company right here since 1916. Not to be confused with those other guys. They have been making flags in the city for all of our events all over the city and beyond. Fourth generation owner Gus will walk me through the process of ordering my very own bear down flag. I can't wait to talk to him now, so let's go inside and say hi to Gus. Since 1916, W.G.N. Flag and Decorating Company have called the South Chicago neighborhood home. Here is some of their history right here. And my friend Gus, in this photo right here, around his family. You guys, this has been a family business since then, right, Gus?
Since 1916, 4 generations of my family.
So, W.G.N. Flag and Decorating, the decorating part, you guys have decorated this city throughout most of the last 100 years.
Yes, very much so. You've probably seen some of our work in some historical photos. We decorated Marshall Fields for V-Day with hundreds and hundreds of yards of material and flags making a giant V on the building. I mean, it's an iconic symbol from V-Day. And one of the things that always makes me think of my grandfather was how creative he was with the Queen's arrival. So back when the Queen came, we're talking a time that we're pre-computers, pre-ordering stuff online, any of that. You had to come specifically to a store. Well, my grandfather lived right up above here, had his doorbell down here that you could ring for flag emergencies. And they decided, I believe it was the day before the Queen arrived, that they wanted to decorate all of Grant Park.
No small feat, huh?
No small feat. So my great-grandfather hunted down every scrap of material he could find from all of his vendors, any colleagues, anywhere he could come up with so he could decorate for the Queen's arrival. Well, and then what are you going to do with all of this material you decorated for one day? Well, the man was quite creative, and he then sold that material to people who wanted to turn that material into dresses for their kids. So the kids would have a dress that was made up of the material that was used to welcome the Queen.
Oh, that's such a Chicago story.
That's so Chicago.
And your grandfather, your great-grandfather, his name is the initials, the original W.G.N.
The original, Chicago's original W.G.N., William George Newbold.
Fantastic. And you guys have been a part of the city. That way you take care of flagpoles, you do the street signs, you do everything that people probably walk by and don't even realize that you take care of.
A lot of people don't think about flagpoles needing maintenance or repair until all of a sudden their rope's broken and their flag's laying on the ground. Well, how are you getting up to the top there? Well, that's where we come in. We do more flagpole repair in the city of Chicago and suburbs than anyone.
And I had the assignment for you, I would say, of coming up with a flag that doesn't really exist, at least not in the world of the internet or anything else. The Bears have a bear down flag that they fly at Soldier Field when the team scores a touchdown or a field goal. That does not seem to exist on the internets, just at Soldier Field. But I want one because I'm me and I'm a Meatball Bears fan. So I sent you an email. I asked you whether or not if you could come up with something similar, and you did. Walk me through that process of how that works for not only the Bears flag, but for, unique requests like that one.
Yeah, I mean, people can send us full-on artwork ready to go, or they can send us a basic idea of what they're looking for and work with one of our team members to work with you and to design something. We do all of our designs in-house here. We can help work with things just to make sure that you're getting what you're looking for. Some people, want to put half of a Bible verse on a flag. Well, are you ever going to see that waving around outside or be able to read it? So we have the expertise when it comes to that, and we're happy to push people in the right direction and make sure that you get exactly what you need and what you want.
Because you are the flag king of Chicago.
The flag king of Chicago, proudly.
And this space back behind you here is the space where you take in some of that work, where people ask you the questions that they ask, and this is where you guide them. This is the brain center, if you will, of some of that design work.
Yes, this is our main office. We do all of the design work right here. We do all of our shipping right here. We take all of our orders right here. We do some of the modifications and the grommets right here on the table. All of our shipping, you name it.
Man, you guys are really old school, and you just do everything right here. And this used to be a different store years ago that your great-grandfather purchased. It was like a lamp store at one time, and now it's this.
Yeah, back in the 1800s, this building was originally a lampshade factory. And all of those drawers are original, and they would keep the parts to convert the gas lamps to electric. Then it became a tavern where they added those beautiful posts. And then it became a world-famous flag company after that.
And speaking of, one of the designs I had sent in was a blue bear down flag. And Estella here is working on it right now, finishing up the design work with the stripes, the sewing work, I should say. The design work's done. But I am shocked at the detail that goes into just one of these flags.
And the amount of time. Flags are not something that, sprout up out of the ground. They take a lot of effort, a lot of creativity. If you want something beautiful, it's not going to be something that's immediate.
No, not at all. I've been here for a couple hours working on, I sent in a white one and also this blue one that you have been so kindly working on. And this is what people can do as far as requesting something to have done. They don't get to come in and hang out like I do, but they certainly can design, talk with you and your staff, and then this is where the magic happens. You got Estella and Lupe's working on the other thing that we talked about earlier, the Chicago flag, the beautiful red stars, the 4 beautiful red stars, hand sewn right here in your facility.
Every single one hand sewn right here.
The amount of flags that these two ladies have made over the years. I think Estella says she's been here for 39 years, and that's a long time. But the sewing machines that you guys have here outweigh that by years. Some of these are almost 100 years old, these sewing machines.
And you'll never find as good of quality on a machine nowadays as you will on some of these older machines. Getting parts might be difficult, but the quality that they can put out and the amount of work that they can do is second to none.
So going back to the design work, if you will, of the Bears flag, it's a matter of cutting out the patterns. You design it and you give the design work to the ladies here, and they cut the fabric, they pin the fabric together, all with like hundreds of pins on some projects, or 50 pins. One of these Bears flags, at least 50 pins, putting all this together to put it in place for then the ability to then sew it. And it's those small little sewing machines that do all of this work with the ladies, guiding it along.
Yes. We've got some projects that we've probably used 10,000 pins on. The Blackhawks 100-year centennial banner, that took months and months of work and had so much material and so many pins in it. It was almost as large as the entire back room here.
Oh my goodness. And you mentioned the Blackhawks banners, the Bulls banners. You've done stuff for the White Sox. You put up the bunting for like opening day or playoffs. and all that other fun things like the inauguration of President Obama and all of the fanfare that involved.
Yes, pretty much everything that hangs in the United Center was made right here in South Chicago, right here at our facility. We do all of the opening day decorations for the White Sox, everything that hangs up above the stadium. We do work for a bunch of movies and TV shows when they're filming in Chicago here. Dark Knight, when that filmed here in Chicago, I was doing work for them on a weekly basis, and I'm told by many people, especially my wife, that they can't watch that movie with me because all I'm doing is pointing out all of my work the entire time. I understand it's probably annoying. I don't know, but to me, it's something that I really get sucked into, and you can tell I might have a little bit of passion about it.
And not only that, but when there's like an event in a certain neighborhood and those banners that are up on the streets, you guys do a lot of that work. I was fortunate to be outside when I believe Pat is his name, was out there replacing some of the W.G.N. banners along South Shore Drive here.
Yeah, right on South Chicago here.
Yeah.
We like to try and make the neighborhood look nice and, bring a little bit of attention to us. So we've got our banners out front here, but we put those banners throughout the city. On the city poles, we do flags on the poles, we decorate neighborhoods, we repair flag poles, we do custom decorations, custom designs. Pretty much anything that you have in a vision, we can make into reality.
And when I was talking earlier about the painstakingly detailed work that's involved, look at this Chicago flag right here. This one is being put together with the pins that I had talked about. Already the stripes are sewn, but the flags are not sewn. So that's why they're pinned in place here, not even cut out and not even sewn yet. And that's what Lupe is working on back there. She's sewing the stars on another flag, but this is like a regular occurrence for you guys. This is what it looks like a lot of the days, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a day here that I didn't come back here and see a City of Chicago flag. I don't even know what I'd do with a day without a flag,
And one little Easter egg, if you will, you mentioned your great-grandfather living above this place back in the day, or having an apartment at least above.
Yes.
That's the door right there? Is that
yes,
right?
Yes, that door right there would lead to an apartment that is upstairs. And that's where he lived. He had a doorbell downstairs, so your midnight flag emergencies, which you would be amazed how many flag emergencies there actually are. He was always here. He was always ready. He didn't have to drive in. He didn't have to do anything. He had to come downstairs, probably get dressed a little bit, but he was there to take care of you and help, get you anything that you needed when you needed it.
And that's what you've been doing for the city of Chicago for well over 100 years, and including myself in my journey to my Bear Down flag. So these are the things that I had sent along, and you made some notes here for your staff, and they used something of this ink. Run me through this process of what we're looking at here in this over here.
So basically, this is our pattern for the Bear Down lettering.
Okay.
So once it's designed on the computer, we make a physical pattern.
Got it.
That physical pattern is then set up on a piece of material and then stamped with the chalk type material here.
And that's what this is right here.
And that gives us marks of where we need to sew. Once you sew it, then you can trim out the excess material. Once you get all the excess, then you can finish the flag, and once it's finished, then you can surely
and
enjoy
look
it.
at this. This, my friends, is the finished product of the white Bear Down flag that I had asked so kindly if they can do, because this I can't find anywhere. I'll beg you to look and you won't find it. So if you need one, ask the folks here at the W.G.N. Flag Company, because they can put this together among many other things. I mean, when the Blackhawks and the White Sox and the Bulls come a-calling, I take it that you guys know what you're doing at this point.
We better. After 110 years, if we don't know what we're doing by now, we're never going to learn.
And all the movies that you guys have worked on, and just the regular St. Patrick's Day parades and everything else, the Cook County flag, that is that newer flag. Have you guys done stuff with that?
We actually did. Cook County had all of the sample flags, all of their contestants. We made individual flags for each of those for the contest. Then they did vote on the new and current Cook County flag, and then we have since then been supplying that flag to all of Cook County and anybody else within the suburbs who needs one.
And you're not just in the house here. You're out doing things. I mentioned to Pat earlier, you were out changing out some banners just last night. I didn't even realize that. And you were here early this morning to help me get this dream to come true. And I have another one as well, because you need two colors, because you got to put up individual ones after each and every win. People want a flag. Where should they go to get one from you guys?
You can go to our website at WGNflag.com, or you can come into our store at 7984 South Chicago Avenue, or give us a call, 773-768-8076. We'll be happy to take care of you.
And the material that you use is right here. This is as big as they come. These are the nylon rolls. This is what you guys turn championship banners into. You sew multiple sections of this together, or something as simple as a bear down flag. But all of that right here, made in Chicago, made in the U.S., that is something to hang your hat on for sure.
Made with quality and made with heart.
Absolutely. Gus, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me. Bear down.
Bear down. Go Bears.
So there it is, everybody. Bear down, Saturday, Lakefront, Chicago at 7 o'clock, Bears and Packers. There we go.